Okay. Ayan na, nagre-record na po tayo. So methods of fish preservation, salting, drying, smoking. So ang dami pa nito. We have chilling, freezing, canning, fermentation. So meron tayo mga assigned speaker for that. So again, sinasabi ko, yung mga speaker po natin for the post-harvest na part are all fish processing major from UP Visayas. So I am glad na nag-okay sila, and then siguro after this, hanapan ko ng bagong schedule si Miss Reza para makapag-discuss din siya sa atin. So let us start. Okay, so let's start with salting. Okay, yan na tayo. Question number 1 again. Please participate. Nakikita ko rin kayo sa ating chat box. So which of the following is the preservative action of salt? A, lowering the moisture content of the fish. B, lowering the water activity in the fish. C, slowing down the growth of spoilage bacteria. D, all of the above. So what is the answer? Okay, most of you or all of you pala answered letter D. So that is correct. Very good. So the correct answer is letter D. So as we all know, salt, okay, preserves by lowering the moisture content of the fish. So yung kanyang reaction is hypertonic. Ibig sabihin, nilileach out niya or nilalabas niya yung water content outside the cell. So when this happens, of course, if nalilesen yung water content inside the cell, spoilage organisms can survive long at salt condition above 6% to 8% or higher. It's because, remember, spoilage bacteria or generally bacteria, they need water in order to survive. So if you put salt, especially at these high concentrations, naturally, si bacteria, hindi siya makakasurvive. Okay, so tandaan nyo yan, itong mga numbers na ito, 6 to 8%. I remember lumabas na itong percentage na ito. And salinity is the saltiness or amount of salt dissolved in a body of water called saline water, usually pag sa processing that is brine water. So 6 to 8%, that is the salinity required. Okay, so when we're salting, salt quality should also be considered. So what is the microbiological quality ba of salt? So spoilage bacteria are inhibited by salt, but remember na meron tayong tinatawag na mga halophiles. Halophiles, okay, halo means salt, phile means loving. So these are your salt-tolerant bacteria. And the salt-tolerant bacteria, they can result in pinking, literal nagkukulay pink yung surface ng fish, and done in salted dried fish. So mamaya makikita natin if ano yung ibig sabihin ng pinking, if ano yung ibig sabihin ng done. So these are different salts na tinest siya for bacteria load. So nakikita ninyo merong mga nag-survive, ibig sabihin that there are salt-tolerant bacteria. However, of course, most of the spoilage bacteria nawawala din naman talaga. But of course, these salt-tolerant bacteria na to, this can also be avoided pag gumamit din tayo ng good salt quality, yung mga malilinis, hindi lang yung basta-basta saan kinukuha. Okay. So the physical property of salt, which of these should you use for a particular processing technique? So we have here the coarse salt. Kilala natin ito. Usually ginagamit natin ito. And then we have the fine salt. So it's up to you kung saan yung gusto nyo siyang gamitin. However, sa processing, you should choose if what is best for your product or for the method that you want to do. So fine salt, okay, tandaan nyo yan. is suitable for brine preparation. When we say brine preparation, you combine salt and then water. So we are using fine salt because it dissolves quickly rather than using mga coarse salt. So sabi dito, larger grain salt or coarse salt is more appropriate when dry salting fish or kench salting. So ayan, bakit hindi pwede na gumamit tayo ng fine salt pag naglalagay tayo directly sa skin ng fish? It's because it can lead to salt burn. Okay, yan yung term. It can lead to salt burn, and the recommended mixture for direct salting is 2/3 coarse grain salt and 1/3 fine grain salt. Tandaan nyo lang itong mga numbers na ito. Ayan, sinasabi, mahirap din talaga si post-harvest, but it is really true. Ang daming mga dapat intindihin. But anyway, yan nga nandito kami to help you. And next question. Which of the following statement is false? A, the higher the fat content, the slower the salt uptake. Letter B, the purer the salt, the slower the penetration. C, the fresher the fish, the slower the salt uptake. Okay, salt uptake yung ibig sabihin nito dito. And letter D, none of the above. So what is your answer? Okay, so varied yung answers ninyo. Merong letter B, D, A, C, B, A. So false. Okay? Varied yung sagot ninyo. Okay. So intindihin natin kung ano yung sinasabi dito. So for letter A, the higher the fat content, the slower the salt uptake. Letter B, the purer the salt, the slower the penetration. C, the fresher the fish, the slower the salt uptake. And letter D, none of the above. So ano ba yung correct answer? So the correct answer, class, is the purer the salt, the slower the penetration. Okay, dito naman, wait lang. The purer the salt, the slower the penetration. Sige, i-confirm natin yun mamaya sa discussion. Medyo na-confused din ako ng konti. But here, in letter A, the higher the fat content, it's because fat can act as a barrier for salt uptake, kaya slower siya. Yan, for the letter C, the fresher the fish, the slower the uptake. That is true. Kasi syempre, firm pa yung mga muscle. Mahirap mag-penetrate yung fish. Unlike sa mga spoiled fishes na, tawag dito, open na yung mga area where salt can penetrate. Okay, so these are the factors influencing salt penetration. Remember this. So we have the fat and protein content. Ayan, sinasabi, the higher the fat content, the slower the salt uptake. And the thickness of the flesh, of course, understandable. The thicker the flesh, the slower the diffusion. And letter C, ayan, the purer the salt, the faster the penetration. Mali ba yung doon sa question, class? The purer the salt, the slower the penetration. False, that is correct. Slower yung penetration. Tama. Kasi of course, if pure yung salt, wala nang other materials like sand, other mga minerals that can slow down salt penetration. So tama yon. Purity of the salt, the purer the salt, the faster the penetration. So when you use 99.9% salt versus yung sa mga coarse salt na may other mga traces of minerals pa, of course, faster yung sa 99.9% salt. And we have here the temperature during salting. Of course, the salt uptake is faster at higher temperature. Tama din naman. Again, tandaan niyo pag higher yung temperature, mas mabilis din yung mga reaction. However, in preservation, hindi natin gusto yung high temperature. It's because bacterial spoilage is also accelerated. Lastly, the freshness of fish. The fresher the fish, the slower the uptake. So tandaan nyo ito. Need talaga itong intindihin kasi sinasabi nila siguro na mahirap si post-harvest kasi ang daming dapat intindihin ng mga principles. Okay, so tandaan nyo lang ito, and usually din talaga, common sense siya. Kasi for example, if you are confused, balikan nyo lang yung common sense niyo, yung parang minsan, yung feeling nyo na tama. Okay? And then, the methods of salting. So we have dry salting. Yung other term niya is quench salting. So I know in your post-harvest classes, you have already done this. So this is recommended for lean fishes. Again, recommended siya para doon sa mga lean fishes due to oxidation problems in fatty fish. Okay, so the advisable portion of salt is 30% of dressed fish, and for practicality naman, salt quantity should not exceed 36 to 40%. Yan. Ito yung sinasabi nila na mahirap kay post-harvest. Ang daming mga numbers, figures na dapat tandaan. Now, yung mga figures dito, numbers na nilalagay ko, again, galing siya kay Espejo Hermes. So, rest assured na, for example, if you are confused with the numbers during the board exam, most probably tama ito. Kasi sinasabi nila, Espejo Hermes, yan yung Bible pagdating sa post-harvest na topic. So tandaan, dry salting or catch salting is for lean fishes. Now, for the wet salting naman, ito yung tinatawag natin simply na brining, okay? Brining or pickle curing if you are going to add other additives, which is yung pickling. I-discuss po yan ng separate na speaker. But anyway, it is also pickle curing kasi merong salt and other additives. But for salt and water only, yung tawag dyan is brining. So we are doing brining as an initial step for other processes. For example, smoke mo siya, ikakan mo, idadry mo. So fish are usually brined prior to these processes. So best used for fatty fishes. Tandaan ha, pag dry or catch salting, that is for lean fishes. Pag fatty fishes naman, yung best salting method is wet salting. Tandaan yan, tandaan. Okay, so these are the products of salting. Kilala natin ito. This is a burong isda. This is tinabal. I know all of you have already done this. Nakagawa kayo nito sa inyong mga laboratories, sa inyong school. We have the shrimp cake or the ginamos. Nakikita natin ito sa ating mga public market. And the salted sea urchin, ayan siya, yung itsura niya. Preserved na din siya. Nilagyan siya ng salt. So these are just some example of the products of salting. So question number 3. This spoilage in salted fish is characterized by the formation of light brown spots on the surface of the fish. Letter A, dun. B, pinking or reddening. C, sliming. D, souring. So what is your answer? Okay. Okay. How about the others? Ano pong sagot ninyo? Others, konti pa lang po yung sumagot. Sagot na kayo. A, done. B, pinking, reddening. C, sliming. D, souring. So, most of you or majority of the students answered letter A and that is correct. Done. Kasi pag nakita nyo itong si light brown spots, okay, si done na yan. Done. Okay? Tandaan nyo. Now, for pinking and reddening naman, okay, literal siya na parang nagkukulay pink. I am looking sa internet ng parang pinkish, reddish na surface. Pero yan na siya. Ito na yung pinaka-best picture na makita ko. Sabi ko nga, sana pupunta ako ng market. Naghahanap sana ako doon ng parang merong evident picture of a dried product, a salted product pala na merong pinking or reddening. And ito ha, lumabas ito during board exam. What bacteria is the cause of pinking and reddening? Hindi lang usually class yung nalabas sa board exam yung characteristics of a particular spoilage. However, the bacteria na nagko-cause ng spoilage nalabas din. So tandaan ninyo, for pinking and reddening, yung cause dito is Pseudomonas salinaria and Sarcina littoralis. Okay? So they are manifested by softening of the muscle and rotten odor and can be controlled by washing in fresh water. Again, isa pa to. Yung mga control measures on how to prevent this spoilage na labas din. So in this case, for pinking and reddening, yung kaniyang way to prevent this is washing the fish in fresh water. Tandaan ha, pig in reddening, Pseudomonas salinarius or Sina littoralis. And ito namang si Dan, I think you have seen this also. Si Dan is caused by molds. Molds na may nagkakos sa kanya. If pinking and reddening is caused by bacteria, dito naman kay Dan, yung cause niya are molds. Specifically, yung genus na Wallemia. So yan, klase nakikita nyo na parang mga brown spots dito. Ayan, yung mga brown na yan. Ayan, oh. Nakikita nyo yan? Akala natin, ano yan, salt na parang nag-dry? No, that is already done. Mold na Wallemia. So ano yung cause? Lumoble, caused by. Caused by the use of impure salt and unsanitary practices during preparation. So this can be prevented by dipping the product at 0.1% sorbic acid. So that is done. And we have the sliming. I think you have already experienced this, especially sa mga salted products. Sliming, from the term itself, pag nakita nyo to sa, sa answer, slippery coating of slime. Ayan, madulas siya. So this usually occurs in brine fish because of inadequate salting, lack of freshness of fish, and other factors. So pag nakita nyo yung word na inadequate salting, lack of freshness of fish, si sliming na yan. And of course, yung pinaka-term dyan is yung word na slime. Okay? And next, we have the souring. Fish which has soured has a bitter taste. Ito naman tandaan nyo, pag nalabas itong term na si bitter taste, that is already souring. For salted fish ha, so it is caused by improper salting, which results in the uneven distribution of salt throughout the muscles of the fish. So for example, dito sa ulo, maraming salt. Doon naman sa gitna ng katawan, wala na masyado. It leads to souring. So those are the spoilage of salted fishes. And ito pa, the salt burn. Ito yung parang matigas na, kahit ipukpok mo sa lamesa yan, sa sobrang tigas niya. Si salt burn happens when you use too much fine salt. Ito yung, instead sana na coarse salt, ilagay mo during catch salting, yung ginamit mo is fine salt. So what happens, na-dry out na yung surface, okay? Nag-dry, extremely dry yung surface and cannot be rehydrated. Sobrang tigas na siya. Yung parang kahit pinrito mo, ang tigas na. Sobrang tigas. So this happens, itong salt burn, when the salt draws out the surface moisture so rapidly that protein in the fish becomes solid, which stops the fish from taking in water later on. So you have observed siguro yung mga nabibili from the market, di ba? Parang sinusok nila sa tubig. Pagdating dito sa bahay, sinusok ng mga nanay ninyo. But for some na hindi na makatake on ng water, most probably yung naging spoilage niyan is called salt burn. Tandaan nyo yun ha, pag nakita yung term na extremely dry or extremely hard yung surface, it is already soft burn. Okay, so let's go to the next method of preservation, drying. Okay, drying. Question number 4. Refers to the removal of water from the product. Letter A, dehydration. B, drying. C, heating. D, thawing. So what is your answer? A, B, C, D class. Refers to the removal of water from the product. Ano na yung mga sagot ninyo? A, dehydration. B, water. Drying. C, heating. D, thawing. Okay, watak-watak yung mga sagot ninyo. May sumagot ng drying, may sumagot ng dehydration, may sumagot ng heating, may sumagot din ng thawing. Ito talaga klase, thawing. Hindi talaga yan. It does not belong to the group because thawing, you are parang applying heat doon sa product in order, of course, from its ice state, gusto mo siyang ma-turn into water. So, hindi siya pwede. So, parang confusing kay dehydration, drying, and then heating. But the correct answer is drying. So, i-differentiate natin ito sila. Drying versus dehydration. Pwede din naman si heating, pero class, sabi nga, we have to use the proper term. So drying, okay, refers to the removal of water from the product. Okay? So drying is applied, basically, yung kanyang effect, removal of moisture, is affected by exposure of the product to the natural currents of air and the humidity which are dependent on the prevailing climatic conditions. For example, iba yung climatic condition. Here in the Philippines, if you dry a product, at iba din doon, for example, sa US or Europe or kung doon man sa mga matataas na lugar. So, depende. However, basically, when we say drying, you are just removing water from the product. And ito naman si dehydration, okay? Ito yung kanyang difference. Dehydration is also removal of water from the product, but gamit dito is controlled and artificial means. Ibig sabihin, maybe you are putting it inside a machine, for example, mga dehydrator, ganon. But here for drying or using usually yung natural forces in the environment, the sun, the air, the humidity, ganon. And the required moisture content during drying should be, okay ha, lumabas din ito during board exam, should be below 15% now moisture content in order to prevent the growth of spoilage organisms, especially bacteria, whereas sa molds naman dapat nasa 10%. So, pinaka-safe class na moisture content of a product should be at 10%. Okay? So, these are the drying fundamentals. Meron tayo nakikita na term na water activity. So, usually in expression na parang ito, AW, hindi siya AW, basahin ha. That is AW or water activity. The definition of water activity, lumabas nito during board exam, that is the ratio of the vapor pressure in the product to that of pure water. So that is different from the moisture content. So these are expressed sa ganito. 0 to 1. Okay? Yung kanyang scale, 0 to 1. So tandaan ninyo, the most spoilage organism, especially bacteria, they have this specific water activity in order to grow. So nakikita ninyo dito, should be above 0.8 or usually dito sa 0.9. Ito yung kanilang growth. They will not grow at water activity of 0.9 or below. Kaya dapat mataas. Usually, nasa 0.91, 0.95, ganon. And most molds naman are inhibited below 0.8 dito. Hindi na sila makakagrow and halophilic ones stop at values below 0.75 dito. Dito na yung pinaka-best. So ito dapat yung target during drying nung marireach itong water activity na ito. Batandaan nyo ng definition ng water activity ha. And then the moisture content is the amount of moisture or water in the sample given. Okay? And sabi natin kanina, most spoilage bacteria sees growth below 25% moisture and molds below 15%. Ayan siya. So 15, but sabi ko kanina, better below 10%. 10%. Ayan. So question number 5, which of the following statement is not true? Not true, ibig sabihin false. A, the larger the surface area exposed, the faster the evaporation. B, drying will proceed more slowly at higher temperatures. C, the higher the water content, the longer the drying time. D, none of the above. So what is the correct answer? A, B, C, D. So intindihin natin. So may mga sumagot na, letter B. How about the others? Okay, so all of you answered letter B. Madaling intindihin. Of course, drying will proceed. This is not true. Drying will proceed more faster or more fast or faster at higher temperatures. Natural, mas mainit, mas mabilis mag-dry. So the rest, ito, tama ito. The larger the surface area exposed, the faster the evaporation. And ito, the higher the water content, the longer the drying period. Ayan. So there are different phases of drying. We have the first phase. Ito yung tinatawag na constant rate period. So meron tayong mga different factors na kinakonsider. Now ito, tandaan nyo na lang talaga siya. surface area of the fish, the larger the surface area, of course, pag sinabi natin surface area, mas maraming available space or area na pwedeng makapenetrate yung heat. The faster the evaporation, relative humidity of the air, it influences the drying rate by limiting the amount of water the air can absorb. And then the temperature, of course, the higher the temperature, the faster the drying. Product thickness. Pag the thicker the product, of course, the slower the drying. The salt content, of course, kay salt content ha, si salt content mismo, kunyari binry mo siya or ginawa mong quench salting, na lower na yung water content. Of course, during drying, konti na lang yung tubig na tatanggalin. So, if the higher the salt content, then the faster the drying rate. Ganun siya. Ayan, so for the relative humidity, so warmer temperatures increase the amount of water vapor that can be in the air. Here naman, more water vapor in the air increases humidity level. And dito naman sa area na to, mababa yung temperature. Cooler temperatures decrease the amount of water vapor that can be in the air. So depende class. During drying, ito yung tinitingnan natin, yung relative humidity. If mataas ba or mas mababa pa. Saan ba yung gusto natin dito? Of course, we want the warmer temperature. Ayan siya. So next, we have bakit kaya nandito to? The second phase of drying, that is the falling rate period. Okay? So, falling rate period naman, ito na yung parang, pababa na. Okay? Pababa na yung natatanggal ng moisture content sa tubig, sa isda pala. So, characterized by slowly decreased rate of drying. So, these are influenced by nature of the fish. Fat in fish, flesh retards water movement. Okay, sinasabi, pag fatty yung fish, mahina yung drying. Temperature, ayan, naintindihan natin yan. Shape of fish, the thicker the fish, the longer the time of drying. Relative humidity again. Salt content, evaporative drying requires a short drying time for strongly salted fish. And water content, the higher the water content, the longer the time of drying. So siguro better na you have to read and read this again in order to really understand. Okay? So ito yung mga phases of drying, initial, drying rate, mataas pa yan dyan kasi natatanggal, maraming moisture pa yung natatanggal. And then dito, constant pa siya. And then dito, the falling rate period. Okay, konti na lang natatanggal kasi majority of the moisture has been removed here. Dito pa lang sa drying rate. Sa first and parang dito sa middle period. Okay, so ayan siya. Ito lang yung parang summary ng summary pala ng ating sinabi ng mga conditions for drying. These are the factors affecting drying rate. Okay, question number 7. Which of the following drying method is characterized by utilization of the power of the air and sun? A. Natural drying. B. Vacuum drying. C. Freeze drying. D. Mechanical drying. What is the answer? A, B, C, D. Okay, napaka-very good ninyo. Pag nakita na ninyo class, ito, using the power of the air and sun, natural, that is natural drying. Okay. So natural drying, we are using the energy of the air and the sun. So ito yung pinaka-ideal. It should be elevated so that merong tawag dito, air movement. And then merong air movement dito sa baba, air movement dito sa taas. And of course, you are utilizing the power of the sun in order to dry it. So drying fish at ground level does not allow air to pass under the fish. That's why it is better to elevate it and use slatted or mesh racks para makatulo din yung tubig and also to allow entry of the air. Drying from the upper and lower surfaces. So ayan siya. You are using it. And ito kasi nakalagay, when you are erasing your, for example, itong lalagyan ng dried fish, it should be better na 1 meter yung kanyang taas. 1 meter to allow greater movement of air. Lumabas dito sa board exam yung sabi na ilang meters yung recommended for drying fish. Yung sagot doon is 1 meter. Yan. So fish placed on rocks above the ground are less likely to be contaminated by dust or sun. So ito naman yung drying na to is not ideal. Ang daming pusang aso na pwedeng kumuha ng iyong product or pwedeng magligay ng mga dumi. Yan siya. Fish placed on mats on the ground are likely to be contaminated. And raised rocks provide some protection from animals. And of course, mas mabilis din yung drying rate kasi mayroong air circulation. So this is also another structure in drying fish, sloping rocks naman. So si sloping rocks, ginagamit din siya sa mga coastal communities kasi ito natulong ng mabilis yung tubig. Okay, so for example, merong mga water na natrap sa gills or body cavities, they can easily go down kasi ganito yung kanyang itsura. And then, next, we have the vacuum drying. O yan, need naman ng vacuum dryer. So this is already mechanical. Parang pwede siyang vacuum dehydration. Dehydration na siya. So you are using here a vacuum drying. So basically, tinatanggal lang din yung moisture by creating a vacuum. So for example, nakita niyo sa question na mayroong sinabi na remove by means of creating a vacuum. Natural, that is already vacuum drying. Okay? And we have here freeze drying. So this works by freezing the material, then reducing the pressure and adding heat to allow the frozen water in the material to sublimate. So ito yung process niya. For example, itong si soup, if i-freeze dry siya, okay, ayan siya, and then yung remaining water vapor, i-allow siya to sublimate. Kaya nare-remove yung moisture. So ito yung kanyang equipment. This is a freeze dryer, but for example, sa board exam, nakita nyo yung term na works by freezing the material and then later on, sublimating the remaining water vapor. Yung tamang sagot doon is freeze drying. So, if mahirap man intindihin, tandaan nyo na lang yung mga words na dapat na naka-associate sa ganong word or ganong term. And question number 8, this spoilage in dried fish is characterized by chalky, white appearance, hard, and brittle. So what is your answer? Letter A, done. B, case hardening. C, whitening. D, brittleness. Ano yung sagot ninyo? A, B, C, D? Okay, may sumagot na ng C, may sumagot ng D. About the others? I am waiting for your answer. May sumagot ng letter B. Yung iba, may sumagot ng letter A. Watak-watak kayo. Varied yung mga answer. So the correct answer is case hardening. Hindi pwedeng done ha. Hindi pwedeng si done kasi wala naman nating sinabi dito na peppery appearance or parang mga gray spots. Wala tayong sinabi. So hindi pwedeng done yan. So pwedeng si whitening, makasabihin nyo kasi merong white appearance. Pero syempre, meron tayong tamang term dyan. Baka sabihin nyo ring brittleness kasi merong word na brittle. No. The correct answer there is case hardening. Okay? So case hardening, the fish has a chalk white appearance. Ito yung kahit ipokpok sa lamesa, mahirap nang putulin. Nagiging brittle siya. It is hard and brittle. Meron siyang chalk white appearance. So tandaan nyo lang class, associate something na nakita nyo ni before to this spoilage. Case hardening, matigas at namumuti na din. So this is caused by over rapid drying which leads to drying out of the outside of the fish while the inside is still moist. Tandaan nyo, yung labas, matigas na, dry na, pero yung loob niya, moist pa din, malambot pa din. So that is case hardening. Okay, next we have the mold growth. Ayan siya, itsura niya. Mold growth. The growth of black, blue, and green molds on dried fish is evident. So this is caused by high moisture content of the fish because it was not dried properly. Kaya nagkakaroon ng mold growth. And of course, we have the insect attack. Ang daming mga insect. Nakikita natin ito sa market. So siguro sa board exam, definition ng insect attack, madali na lang ito siguro sasabihin doon na insects ay tawag dito, pests, insects are attracted to the dried product? So, sagot, insect attack. Kasi usually class, yung sagot minsan sa mga questions, nandun nakikita sa mga sa mga answers, sa mga multiple choices, andun na yung word, nakalagay na doon. So, it's up to you na lang talaga on how you will associate it. And then, ito na yung last, methods of preservation, si smoking. Next question. Which of the following are the combined preservative action of smoking? Lumabas din to during board exam. A. Drying, salting, heat treatment, smoking. B. Pickling, salting, heat treatment, smoking. C. Drying, marinating, salting, smoking. D. Smoking only. What is the correct answer? May sumagot na ng letter A, C, C, B. Varied yung sagot ninyo about the others. Sumagot ng B. Ayan, if ganito yung nyo class, parang confused kayo, balikan nyo lang yung pag-aralan niyo sa smoking. Paano ba mag-prepare ng smoke product? Paano nyo ba siya ginagawa? Anong ginagawa ninyo? Dito ba? Dito ba yung pagkasunod-sunod? Dito ba yung mga processes? Okay. So, huwag kayong magpa-overwhelm sa parang pare-parehong mga tanong, parang ginumble-jumble lang. Huwag kayo doon magpa-affect. Focus your mind, isipin ninyo yung ginawa ninyong mga laboratory activities. Ano ba yung pinagawa sa amin ni ma'am? Ano ba yung first step, second step, third step, and the last step? So, the correct answer here is drying, salting, heat treatment, and then smoking. So, ito nakikita ninyo, ma'am, hindi naman po yung ginawa namin. Inuna naman namin si salting before kami nag-dry. Yes, tama din naman. Pero kasi hindi naman process dito yung tinatanong. Yung tinatanong lang dito are the combined preservative action of smoking. But if we are looking for the process here, of course, isipin ninyo kung ano yung pagkasunod-sunod during the time that when you conducted this particular experiment. So, may mga correct answers dito. Very good. So, smoking preserves through the combined effects of drying, salting, heat treatment, if pre-cooked, especially if dumaan siya sa hot smoking, and of course, the deposition of chemicals produced from the burning wood. Ito talaga yung pinaka-reason. May ginagamit tayong wood. Yung wood na yon nagpo-produce ng mga materials like phenols, mga alkaloids, okay? And these have antioxidant activity that leads to or that contributes to the preservation of this smoke product. So these are the steps in smoking, salting, brining. Ayan. Yan yung ginagawa, di ba? Tatandaan ninyo. O sige nga, tanong muna ako sa mga students. Nakagawa na ba kayo ng smoking sa school? Yes or no? Palagay na lang po dyan sa ating chat. Yes or no lang para at least alam ko na naka-ano kayo, na naka-smoking kayo. Ano? Really? Yes, meron. Sandali. Ayan, salting, brining. So, yung kanyang purpose makes the flesh firm and easy to handle. And isang pa, yes, pero ibang group. Bakit ibang group? No, bakit ang daming no? Hindi kayo pinasmoke ng inyong mga prof? Kaya pala nataka ako, hindi nyo yung process. Lecture lang ma'am, walang actual making. O ayan, pwede kayong mag-smoke kahit sa bahay ninyo. Okay. Fourth year kayo, pero kasi post-harvest, anong na yun, year na yun eh. O sige, yun na lang, pwede siyang gawin. Okay, so sa process pa lang, na salting and brining, dyan pa lang, naglagay ka na ng salt, matatanggal na yung bacteria. I mean pala na nare-remove na si moisture, natural, yung mga bacteria na gustong-gusto si moisture, hindi na siya mabubuhay. Okay? Dito pa lang, natatanggal na si moisture. Meron na preservative action si salt. After that, meron kang ilalagay na heat treatment. Either na ilalagay mo siya sa loob ng dehydrator. Okay? Yung tawag namin doon sa UP, meron kaming tinatawag na si Tori kiln. Ayan. Lumabas ng sa board exam. Coriciln. This is a dehydrator din. So, ito yung ginamit namin na nag-smoke kami. And then, natural lang. Kunyari, pag brown out, walang magamit. Like, bilad nila siya sa araw. That is the heat treatment already. So, when you expose your fish to heat, it kills microorganisms, it inactivates enzymes, and makes flesh firm and less susceptible to autolysis. So, ayan yung preservative action ng the heating process. Okay? And of course, smoke deposition. For flavor and preservation, ito yung sinasabi ko na action, preservative action ni salt. Kasi meron siyang iba't ibang mga antioxidant and bactericidal properties. When we say bactericidal, it kills bacteria. Okay? Meron naman isang term, bacteriostatic. Si bacteriostatic naman, it just slows down the growth of bacteria. Hindi niya pinapatay, sinaslow down niya naman. Pero pag bactericidal, it kills. So these are the following mga compounds, chemicals na nakikita kay smoke, na pinoproduce ni smoke, bakit siya nakaka-preserve. So smoked seafood may contain 0.5 grams of the smoke per 100 grams tissue. So ayan. So which of the following statement is true? Letter A, soft wood should be used to impart smoke. B, resinous wood should be used to impart smoke. Letter C, hardwood should be used to impart smoke. D, all of the above. What is the answer? Ito, class, yung sinasabi kong ano yung ginagamit na kahoy, okay, during smoking. Ito yung parang nakita ninyo na term na kusot, yung parang na chainsaw na siya. Ano dapat ba? Saan ba galing dapat yung source ng wood na ginagamit? Is it softwood, resinous wood, or hardwood? What is the correct answer? Okay, so the correct answer is may sumagot ng A, C. Okay, torn kayo between A and C. Now, the correct answer is hardwood. Now, ito class kay softwood at si resinous wood, almost similar sila. Kasi si softwood, nagpuproduce sila ng resin. Yung parang sinasabi nilang dagta, yung parang pag sinugatan mo yung kahoy, meron siyang nilalabas na dagta. Ayun siya. So the best na ginagamit is hardwood kasi pag gumamit ka kay softwood or mga resinous wood, pumapait yung mga smoke products. So better talaga si hardwood na gamitin kasi konti lang yung kanyang parang let's say na hindi napait yung product, yung smoke product. Okay? Hardwood, tandaan ha, not softwood. So type of wood, softwood is not recommended due to its resinous nature. Ayan siya. It imparts acrid flavors and odors on the smoke product. So see, other factors naman, temperature. Again, ulit-ulit si temperature. The quicker the product dries, the less smoke is absorbed. So dapat tamang temperature din yung gamitin or tamang, tawag ito, gaano pa kabilis yung smoke na dapat na gamitin, gaano makabilis ang pagpapaypay mo doon, for example lang. And the relative humidity, higher relative humidity favors smoke absorption but slower drying. Okay? And then dito naman, tandaan nyo to ha, lumabas to during board exam, relative humidity. Sa smoking, high RH favors smoke absorption but slower drying. Ibig sabihin, hindi ganun kainit yung temperature sa loob, pero it allows naman yung pag-penetrate ng smoke. Kasi hindi madadry, mabilis yung surface ng fish, kaya nade-deposit or nai-impart pa doon yung flavor ng smoke or yung smoke mismo. And again, ano pa? Smoke absorb is improved by increasing the smoke velocity. Ibig sabihin, mas mabilis yung pagbuga ng smoke. The thicker the smoke, the faster the rate of smoking. Of course, that is understandable. Higher airflow, smoke is generated faster. Prone sa cancer po yung softwood, di ba? Actually, lahat ng mga smoke product prone sa cancer. It's because products of burning, okay? Tandaan nyo ha, products of burning, especially ito kay smoke, si smoke, this is produced by burning, nagpo-produce siya ng PAH. Si PAH, that is polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon. Okay, tatype ko siya sa sa chat natin, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon. Lumabas din pala to sa board exam. Si PAH or PAH, that is polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon, okay? This is produced sa burning. Okay? For example, ayan, nagsisiga ka sa labas ng bahay mo. Nakalanghap ka doon ng smoke. For example, ang hilig mong kumain ng mga grilled na mga products, grilled chicken, tapos gusto mo yung parang sunog-sunog na, you are prone to PAH, and PAH is cancerous. So, hindi naman ibig sabihin na dahil softwood siya, prone siya sa cancer. Generally, yung mga smoke na mga products or mga products of burning, prone sa cancer kasi nga merong PAH. Okay, that is polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon. Ayan, and then question number 10. In this type of smoking, temperature may reach 70 to 80 degrees Celsius. A, cold smoking. B, hot smoking. C, liquid smoking. D, heat smoking. So answer, may sumagot ng letter B, may sumagot ng letter D. Okay, ito. Na-confuse kayo. Now, ito yung sinasabi lagi. Merong parang tama sa tingin nyo, pero merong correct term. Hindi pwede si cold smoking kasi masyadong mataas yung temperature. Si hot smoking, yes. Si liquid smoking, wala naman sinabi na gumamit ng liquid. Ito, you are confused between B and letter C. Pero heat smoking, yes, you are applying heat. Pero kasi, pag ito sinabing yung heat smoking, may sinasabi tayong low heat, high heat. So when we say high heat siguro, it will translate to hot smoking. So the correct answer is hot smoking. Hindi siya heat smoking because this is not the correct term. For the hot smoking, temperature may reach 70 to 80 degrees Celsius. So for this, it can be eaten without further cooking. So the desirable flavor is due to these following compounds: eugenol, syringaldehyde, acetosyrinchone, acetovanillone. Ayan siya. These are mga antioxidants. At nasabi nyo kanina na PAH, tinype ko na pala, dito pala siya. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon. Ito si hot smoking, prone siya kay PAH kasi nga mataas yung temperature. You are burning wood. Okay? Ayan siya. Ito namang mga furan derivatives, it imparts sweet fragrant aroma. If merong hot smoking, meron namang cold smoking. Si cold smoking, tandaan, if hot smoking is 70 to 80 degrees Celsius, si hot smoking naman, tandaan, it does not exceed 30 degrees Celsius and the product is not cooked. Unless na lang na heavily salted. Ayan, may mga flavor siya na due to glycol, maltol, phenol, and empersol. Pero kasi dito sa atin sa Philippines, we are not really using cold smoking. We are using here hot smoking. Ito kasi masyadong mababa yung temperature. Parang hindi masyadong naluluto yung flesh na isda. And meron tinatawag na liquid smoking. Walang smoke plus ha. Walang smoke. Pero pwede naman magkaroon ng smoke if parang ilalagay mo siya sa machine tapos merong nalabas na smoke. But you are using here parang liquid. Okay, ayan siya, liquid smoke. Pwede siyang i-brush doon sa product para lang sabihin na yung product mo dumaan sa smoking process. So itsura niya, lumabas dito ng board exam itong si liquid smoke. It is a water-soluble yellow to red liquid used for flavoring. So artificial siya. It is used as a substitute for cooking with wood smoke while retaining a similar flavor. So it is generally made by condensing the smoke from wood but contain any number of wood additives. So pwede mo siya, ayan, ito lang yung itsura niya. Liquid smoke. And then these are the spoilage of smoked fish. Merong growth ng mold and bacteria because of high moisture content. So usually siguro sa board exam yung mga question, what can be the cause of mold sa smoke product? So of course the reason is high moisture content. So in order to avoid this, we must store. Kaya itong mga smoke longganisa, nakastore siya sa mga low temperatures to inhibit the growth of these spoilage organisms. Ayan siya. So that is the end of my presentation. Ayan, tamang-tama. Mga tayo, less than an hour. So, Ayan, na-sign out pa yata ako. Ayan, so please, again, answer. See attendance link and see evaluation form. I-upload ko po siya. And then, the video, ano ba? The copy ng video and then the recording and the presentation will also be uploaded to the Google Classroom.